Hello everybody, welcome to this wonderful reading. I am Zoe Alex, welcome. This is a reading that I'm going to provide you about what's going on. Basically, this is going to be Aquarius reading from July 29th to August 3rd of 2024. This reading is going to be provided about what's going on and who's doing this, what's going on. And, I believe my own circumstances, okay, about what's going on. Okay, because this is how it seems to be in one way or another of how everything goes, and we see it as a wonderful feeling. Furthermore, is that the way of how things are at the moment, we have to take our time to clarify about what's going on, and we see it as an opportunity. We always understand what's going on because we have to believe about how things are in the very of how circumstances are. We have to believe it. We have to understand about how things are, and whether it seems to be good or bad, we have to negotiate and having things to used to be. And whether you're getting angry or upset, being annoyed or whatever, you have to believe that you have to do things in order to do them. You have to make amends and don't, you have to get along to get along. And, everything has to be all great. If you're having a bad day, if you're having a worst case scenario, if you're, not feeling well, whatever. The cards don't lie. Really, they don't. But it's the way of how to do it in order to do it, right? Because you have to dignify your own self to understand that. Okay, what I'm saying is that this is just how it seems to be. This is just the way it goes sometimes. It's the way of how you can look at it from a different way and a different angle and different how it seems to be and understand that. So this is going to be a reading that I'm going to tell you all. And by the way, this is Aquarius reading, and this is how it seems to be. So this is going to be good of how it goes, and this is what's going on as well, because you see it as a wonderful as long as it seems to be, and this is how it is. So this is just the reading of how it goes, and this is how it seems to be. I am drinking my orange juice, very, very concentrated orange juice. But this is the way it goes. So I'm going to tell you what the oracle cards are saying. I'm going to tell you what the tarot is saying. And this is how it is. Okay? So let's go enjoy this wonderful reading. It says, the growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. You have to have growth. In order to do it, you're going to have growth about having your emotions, having your feelings, having your reflections of how it is. Right? You have to believe about how doing it. If you're trying to get along, you have to get along. In order to do something with your own life, that's how it is, right? Whether you're having a roommate, if you're having not a roommate, whatever. It's the way of how you feel, the way how you act, okay? The second card is loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. Interesting concept is that whenever you have a roommate, you're not alone, and whenever you have to have your own beliefs, you have to do that. In order to do something in your own life, you have to be prepared about what's going on in order to do that, right? Because we have circumstances about how things are, and that's how it seems to be. And last but not least is regret. I know that I cannot change the past. You know what? That's how it is. Because you're in this for the beginning, and you're in this whole entire life as you can become. But in order to do that, you have to reflect on how it seems to be. You have to know about who, what, where, when, why, and sometimes how in that situation. And this is how it seems to be. Okay? So those are the oracle cards for you. Alright? Basically, we're going to look at the tarot situation, because in order to do that, we have to do that as it goes along. So this is how it seems to be. I'm going to clarify the other tarot as well, because we're going to see what's going on, and this is how it's going to be. So I want to understand this, but this is the way how it looks. So I'm going to take a sip of my orange juice. Alright, so here we go. So you're going to see the cards as it is, and this is an opportunity okay? So here we go. Alright, so first off you have the Ace of Swords is upright, so you could be dealing with another Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. The King of Pentacles is upright because you could be maybe a working person, maybe you're not. The Ace of Pentacles is upright because you could be maybe understanding about something. But in order to believe about that, that's the way of how it goes. It's the way of how it seems to be, and this is how it is. So the majority of it, this is how it is, right? You have to believe about what's going on because you see it. So I'm going to clarify this. So let's see. You have the Knight of Swords is upright. Yeah, so you could be having victory on your side. Maybe you're not, but that's how it is. The Seven of Swords is upright because you're feeling hurt. Yeah, because you're feeling hurt about there was something that was happening in that situation. Because you know that's how the way it goes. And the Queen of Wands is reversed because I'm going to clarify that card. But this is how it is. This is just how the life cycle is, because you have to understand that if you're feeling hurt, you're feeling dismantled by your emotions, you're feeling like there was something that was very bad, you're saying that there was a person that was annoying you every split second, you don't care about it, but you don't care about the other person's feelings. You know what I mean, Aquarius? Get through your head, get through your own mind, get through your own way of how it is. This is just clarifying, but you know what? You have to pay attention to it, okay? So let's see. Let's see what's going on. So I'm just going to clarify because I want to clarify this. So let's see. The Queen of Cups is reversed. Interesting. You have the Ten of Pentacles is upright because you want everything that happens. And you have the Nine of Wands reversed. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, see, there is something that was happening in this situation. So you could be dealing with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus in some way, somehow. Because there are, how different ways it seems to be is the way of how everything is very not, jolted of some way, somehow. Because in that circumstance, you have to understand that. You have to know how things are. Because you look at this and say, okay, well, I got this. Not really. You're not getting through your own head, because you're not. You're feeling regret. You're feeling about how things are, right? You're not getting along. But in order to do that, you have to remember about how things are. It's just how it seems to be. So I'm going to still clarify about this. So let's see. So I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify here, here, and here. So we have the Seven of Cups is upright. Yeah, see? So you could be dealing with another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Next, you have the Ace of Cups reversed. Oh boy, there's something that was happening in this situation. And the Seven of Pentacles is reversed too, because you already have your own separate career. You know what's going on, because you see it as a wonderful feeling. This is how it seems to be, right? It's the way of knowing what to do, but you have to face your own fears. That, I'm not going to do it. It's not my fault. I don't want to do it. Yeah, right. Quick acting, You want to know about how it is, but you're acting like there was something wrong with you. you have to remember about how it seems to be. If you look at this reading, you think, okay, well, I got this. Okay, I know what to do with it. Well, how in the world that you're doing this? Okay, like why? Why are you not getting along? Because that's what the cards were saying. Let's see. Yeah, Two of Swords is upright. Yeah, because you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. That's how it is, what I'm saying, right? And the Eight of Swords is reversed because you're not having anxiety yet, because you're controlling that emotion. You're controlling about how that was. And the Six of Pentacles is reversed because you already have your own gifts. You already have that. But in order to do that, this is just how it seems to be. This is not between like a hate and love relationship. It's the way of how it goes, right? It's the way of trying to remember that you can believe in your own self. It's the way of how it goes. It's the way of how penetrate your own situation. It's the way of how you can do things on your own rather than you're being pissed off, being annoyed, being whatever. And you have to believe in what you're looking for. Because this is how it seems to be. So I'm not trying to be mean or rude. I'm just telling you about what this reading is at the moment. Because let's see. I'm going to clarify this Two of Swords. Clarify that. So let's see. The Knight of Cups reversed. Yeah, see? Because you could be in a relationship, in some way, somehow. Right? The Queen of Wands is reversed. Interesting. And you have the Five of Cups is upright. Yep, so you could be dealing with another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. This is the way it goes, right? Because this is just how it is. This is just the way of happens in one way or another, right? Because you see it. You see about how it is because you're thinking, oh, well, I got this. I know what to do. But then you get to your own point and saying, well, what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, let me try to clarify this. Okay? Wait, let me clarify. So let's see. So we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. That's interesting. The Two of Wands is upright because you're planning on something. Yeah. And the Death card is reversed because there's already not an ending yet. That's how it is. Because this is still how it goes. Right? Because you need to believe that you can do things on your own. Rather than having someone to do them for you. Yeah, you get to the point, right? You get to say, alright, I got this. I know what to do with it. Because, in the way of my own circumstances here, okay? Whenever you live with Aquarius or whoever zodiac sign you live with, it's the way of how it goes, right? If you get along with somebody, you get along with it. If you're not getting along with somebody, then who cares, right? You care about that person because you live with them. But in order to do things, you have to do things on your own rather than having someone to tell you to do this and do that and blah, 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 You have to remember that you have to put yourself into perspective. That's all you care about. But you know what, Aquarius, you need to get through your own head to understand what's going on. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what the cards are saying. You have to believe about your own self, where you have to do things on your own. Yes, you might have emotions. Yes, you don't want to pay attention about that somebody, as in a nobody. And then you don't care about that emotion. You don't care about the person's emotions. You care about your own emotions, saying, I don't get this. I'm going to be annoyed, blah, 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 blah. And you keep doing that just to be how it was. If you're saying about that person is being annoyed all the time, why would you think about not getting along with a Scorpio, for God's sakes? Get it through your own mind. Get it through your own way of how it goes. This is just how the reading goes. But whenever you're trying to do your own best and be the bigger person, be all, be, how it is, be all the stand for attention, whatever else, and you're acting like a child, you're acting like how it is, you have to remember about how you're going to set the stage, how your emotions are, how your feelings are, how your body language is, how your tone of voice. You have to add that all together. This is the same as it goes. And I'll keep saying this in my readings. It's like, I will say this and I'm saying, I can't do this anymore. Get it through your own head. Get it. Because you know why? You have to remember to believe in your own self. Believe that you can do it. Believe that you can understand that. Because in the way of how it goes, you have to have that. The way of how it seems to be. This is not conspiracy. This is not how it is. You have to look at it from a different way. If you pay attention, if you have concentration, if you do whatever you decide to do, that's how it is. The way how you feel and the way how you act is the way of how it goes. No matter how it is. You have to learn from your alphabet from A to Z. You already know about that. But you have to pay attention because this is just the reading, Aquarius. You need to pay attention in order to things to be all good. Rather than like having, which direction you're going to take, left or right. Who cares? Who cares? But you need to understand that. You need to get it through your own, your own head to understand that. It's the way of considering your options. It's the way of having your own abilities from the right and wrong. If you're living with a roommate, if you're not living with a roommate, if you don't care, if you're having a bad day, if you're just not care and you're just being all by yourself and blah, 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 you have to pay attention into order to do things on your own rather than having someone to do them for you. If you keep badgering at them, if you're being annoyed, if you don't want to do this, you know what? You have to understand that. You have to pay attention about how you are doing with your roommate. If you are getting along with your roommate, if you don't get along with your roommate. This is why I'm saying this to everyone who is maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, whatever, okay? This is the way of how it goes. If you get along with Aquarius, you get along with Aquarius. If you're not getting along with Aquarius, then you have to back off and leave that person alone. It's the way of knowing what to do. You have personal boundaries. If you have to be respectful. It's not going to be always you all the time. No, it doesn't. You have to pay attention in order to do things on your own. That's all you care about. Because the reading, well, you know what? Let's keep going. We're almost done with this reading. So, that's how it is about this planning, okay? Because you're planning about how you're going to be civilized by your own emotions, okay? You have to be knowing what to do in order to do things on your own, okay? Because look at this reading. Look at this. Does it make sense? Well, it probably does. But you have to remember that you have to do things in order to do that. To satisfy. To do things, Because you can't rely on the other person to do things for you. So let's see. Let's keep going. So I'm going to clarify this 2 of Wands. I'm going to clarify this. And I'm going to clarify this card. Let's see. So this one, we have the Queen of Cups is upright. This one over here, you have the Knight of Cups reversed. Yeah, see? You're in a romantic relationship. Because you need to do that. And you have the Ten of Swords reversed. Interesting. See what I mean? See how this is? Yeah. Right? See how it goes? Yes. Does it make sense? Yes. Does it make sense? Maybe. You have to understand that. Okay, Aquarius? Look at this reading. Look at it. You know? This is the way it goes. Okay? So I'm going to clarify again. So I'm going to clarify. And I'm just going to do it another way. So hang on for a second. Okay. So I'm going to clarify all these cards. And I'm just going to do it this way. Okay? Because this is the way it goes. And this is how it goes. So I'm going to do a 3 card of how many cards I'm going to put here, here, and here. Okay? So basically, you know, the Page of Wands reversed because there's no invention. Okay? The Queen of Wands reversed, there's no charisma. No. Queen of Cups reversed, like there is no empathy. Like there's no two sides of the story here. Okay, but you understand that. But you have the Six of Cups upright because there's the past. You know what? That's how it is, right? You have to get along to get along. Let's do the Knight of Cups, shall we? Okay, so we have the Magician is upright because you have skill. Then you have, oh wow, look at that. The Judgment reverse means there's no action. Not yet. Not yet. Then you have the Queen of Swords reversed because there's no independence. Yeah. Yeah, do you think about that? Yeah. You do have an independence, but if there's reverse, there's no independence. No, you're not being independent. You want somebody else to do things for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Understand that. Understand this card for you, Aquarius. Get it. Okay? Then you have the Five of Pentacles separate because there's insecurity. Yeah, see? You're feeling insecurity because you're having skill, okay? And then basically while you're having skill, you're thinking about the past. Right? Because you're thinking about it's all about me, it's all about me, it's all about me. You get it through your head, right? Now, let's say with the Ten of Swords, shall we? So we have the Nine of Wands reversed. There's fear. There's no fear because that's reversed. Okay? You have the Five of Swords reversed because or the Four of Swords reversed because there's no recuperation. Not yet, but in a way you need to understand that. Okay? You have the Five of Cups reversed because there's no grief. Obviously earlier you had grief, but then you're not having grief. Right? Because you understand that. You have the Three of Swords reversed because there's no heartbreak. Obviously there isn't yet, but you could be feeling sorry if you're living with a roommate. Okay? Because, you know, you cannot put things on that person because you want to be the better person. Okay? You have to get it through your own mind. And the Five of Wands is upright because there's chaos. Yeah, see? This is a very interesting reading here. Do you see how it goes? Yes. Look at this. You have the past. You have the insecurity. You have skill. You have chaos. Do you see all of this, Aquarius? Yes, you do, right? See? This is the way it goes. This is the way it happens. If you have the past, right, you think about the past all the time, okay? If you have insecurity, if you have skill, and then you have chaos, you know, what in the world is going on with you, okay? Like, this is just like almost like a good reading, but you have to pay attention to it. You have to see about how everything goes. You have to look at things from a different perspective, you know, and this is how it seems to be, because, you know what I'm going to say is like, la-di-da-di-da-da, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is the truth. This is the way of how it goes. No matter how you can do it, but you have to remember that. It's the way it happens, It's the way of doing things on your own. If you don't have independence, if you look at the past, if you have insecurity, if you have chaos, if you have skill, there are things that you're trying to remember, And, it's hard and tough. But you know what, Aquarius? You need to get to the point where if you get along and let's say your roommate was a Scorpio. If you're not getting along with a Scorpio and Scorpio is not getting along with you, why would you choose to put things on a Scorpio? Okay? That's the question I'm looking for. Put it down in the comments below if you want to give me an answer. But the point being is, why would you put that on your roommate? You have to pay attention in order to do things on your own. You have to remember to be respectful. You have to pay attention. If there are rules in the house or anything like that, you have to pay attention to it. This is the way it goes. This is the way it seems to be. You have your own mannerisms. You have your own abilities from right and wrong. If you don't get along with a Scorpio, then why would you, try to be having having the bad day and, not getting along and blah, 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 blah. And, you say, oh, I'm not doing it or here, I'll blame on you, whatever. How would you make that person feel? Okay, how? That's how it seems to be. Because the reading does make sense in order to do it. Okay? So this is almost done. So we're going to look at the bottom cards of the whole entire thing. And this is the way it goes. And I haven't did these cards yet. But eventually, maybe or maybe not. So let's see at the bottom of this deck here. Yeah, see, you have the 9 of Swords is upright. Yeah, because there was having fear, there was having ability of knowing what to do. The Fool reversed because there's no change. Okay, because you're looking at your past. And you have the 2 of Pentacles upright because you're balancing 2 things at once. Okay, and then you have the Lovers. Because you're in love maybe with a roommate, maybe you're not. But this is how it was, okay? So that's what it seems to be for that one. What else I'm going to say? This one over here. Let's see. Yeah, see, you have the 7 Wands is upright. You have the 8 Wands is upright. You have the Lovers. Same thing, right? So, you could be dealing with another, another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. You could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. See, the 8 Wands could be like you're traveling. Maybe you're not going to travel. The Lovers again, because you're in love, right? Because you want somebody to do things for you. See, that's not having independence. Okay, it's not. Right? Because you have to have it your way, don't you? Yeah, you do. But then you feel like how everything was. You think, oh, well, no one's not going to pay attention to me. I'm going to, put on Scorpio or blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to care about it. Yeah, you see it, right? Look at this reading now. Does it make sense? Well, you will look at it when you do. All right, on to the next one. So we have basically the 8 of Cups is upright. So there's introspection here, right? So I'll put over here. There's the 6 of Wands is reversed because there's no achievement. No, it's the way of how it goes. The King of Swords reversed because there's no knowledge, nothing, absolutely. But then there's because there's the Hermit is solitude, because you could be looking for a room, not a roommate, but you're looking for another. What's the word I'm looking for? Another lover, maybe. Right? Because you see that, right? Do you see all this? Yeah, you do, right? Yeah, you see it. right? And then let's see at the bottom of here. So you have the Ace of Wands is up, right? Yeah, because you're having like a new beginning. You can do whatever you want. The Temperance card, which means that you're healing because you do want to heal about all the emotions that were playing. The Knight of Wands reversed, there was something that was happening in that situation, so I'll put it over here. Okay? So it's like you already know exactly how it is. Like you have the Nine of Cups is upright, so you could be dealing with another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And then you have the Two of Swords is upright, or reverse, but you already know exactly which direction you are. And the Two of Wands is reversed, but you're already planned on something, right? Because you're planning about what was happening. See, you see it that way. You see about how it goes and whatnot and how it is. So I already shuffled these cards, but I want to see it anyway, just to see what's going on for you, Aquarius. What's going on? And let's see it. You have unity. Archangel Telephone is traditions, viewpoints, and methods. Spirit organizations seek out mentors and like-minded friends. You know what? See, you have a mentor that's helping you out because you're not getting what you want in order to do that. Okay? Because you want someone to help you to do things for you. It's not very pleasant. Okay? Secondly, you have the Ace of Water is falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. Yeah, because you understand that, so you could be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in one way or another. Okay? And last but not least is the Six of Air. Things are looking at the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Yeah, because you know what, if you are going to be taking a trip, you could be having your own vacation. That's how it is. So this reading does make sense in order to do it as long as it needs to, because you have to look at, you look at regret. Like you say, okay, well, I'm going to be regretting this because that's how it was, right? You have loneliness because you don't want to be alone, but in a way you probably are because you need to fix your own attitude, right? Because you have to fix that. And lastly is growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. That's how it is because you're growing. You're growing about having the ability, about having a roommate and getting along and all that, And you see this as a wonderful feeling. So I hope that this reading makes sense. Understand this because this is what it seems to be. Knowing that this is just how it goes, but in one way or another, it's the way of how it looks. It's the way of how, you know what to do, but you have to do that. So I hope that this reading helps you. Enjoy this because this is the way of how it goes. Learn about how you can do things and how you can do it, and this reading does make sense in order to do that, okay? So I know that if you understand about how my frustration was or anything like that, pay attention to it. Pay attention about if you have a roommate on your own and you don't get along, whatever, you understand that. So this is just how it goes in one way or another. So this is the way it happens. And understand that because in one way or another, it's the way of how it seems to be in order to do that. So you have to understand this. It's the way of how it goes. This is just not like a two-way street. This could be a one-way street, okay? You have to pay attention to it. So I hope that this reading helps you. Give it a like, give it a comment, and enjoy. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.